Myself, Dr. Sarita, and today we are going to start the play Tuglaq by Girish Karnad. We are going to give a brief introduction to the play, then go on to explain the play and give you the character sketches, theme, plot, etc., symbolism, and other technical specialities of this play. But for today, let us start the introduction. Tuglaq, which was published in Kannada in 1964, is a Girish Karnad's second play. His first play, Yayati, was a self-consciously existentialist drama on the theme of responsibility. And those of us writing in Kannada, Naya movement of the time can still remember the excitement when we first read it in 1961. His interpretation of the familiar old myth on the exchange of ages between father and son baffled and angered many conventional critics, but for others who were trying to root their contemporary concerns in old myths, Karnad's unheroic hero, Puru, was a great experience. Tuglaq was an immediate success on the stage. It was first produced in Kannada in 1965 and was later done about the same time in Hindi by the National School of Drama. Bengali and Marathi productions followed, and in 1970 there was an English production in Bombay which was a major success. It is not hard to account for the immediate response the play has received from Kannada as well as other audiences. One can enjoy the play on the stage without paying much attention to its rich and complex symbolism and the subtle weaving of its different motifs. The play has an interesting story, an intricate plot, scope for spectacle, and uses dramatic conventions like the comic pair Aziz and Azam, to which theatre audiences respond readily. Another reason for Tuglaq's appeal to Indian audiences is that it is a play of the 60s and reflects, as no other play perhaps does, the political mood of disillusionment which followed the Nehru era of idealism in the country. Karnad himself has commented, to quote, "What struck me absolutely about Tuglaq's history was that it was contemporary. The fact that here was the most idealistic, the most intelligent king ever to come to the throne of Delhi, and one of the greatest failures also. And within a span of 20 years, this tremendously capable man had gone to pieces. This seemed to be both due to his idealism as well as the shortcomings within him, such as his impatience, his cruelty, his feeling that he had the only correct answer. And I felt in the early 60s, India had also come very far in the same direction. The 20-year period seemed to me very much a striking parallel." Unquote. But the play is more than a political allegory. It has an irreducible, puzzling quality which comes from the ambiguities of Tuglaq's character, who is the protagonist, the dominating figure in the play. All the other characters are dramatized aspects of his complex personality, yet they also exist in their own right. Kannada critics have made detailed analysis of the play, paying special attention to the symbolism of the game of chess, the theme of disguise, the ironic success of Aziz, whose amazing story runs parallel to Tuglaq's, and the dualism of the man and the hero in Tuglaq, which is the source of the entire tragedy. Yet, no critical examination of the play can easily exhaust its total meaning for the reader, because the play has, finally, an elusive and haunting quality which it gets from the character of Tuglaq, who has been realized in great psychological depth. But it would be unjust to say that the play is about an interesting character, for the play relates the character of Tuglaq to philosophical questions on the nature of man and the destiny of a whole kingdom which a dreamer like him controls. Although the theme of the play is from history, there are many such plays in Kannada. Karnad's treatment of the theme is not historical. Take, for instance, the use Karnad makes of the leitmotif of the play, prayer, in the scene where the Muslim chieftain, along with Shamsuddin, a pacifist priest, conspire to murder Tuglaq while at prayer. The use of prayer for murder is reminiscent of what Tuglaq himself did to kill his father. That prayer, which is most dear to Tuglaq, is initiated by him as well as his enemies, is symbolic of the fact that his life is corrupted at its very source. The whole episode is ironic. It involves Shahabuddin, an idealist who has put great trust in Tuglaq's rule and is himself ultimately betrayed by Ratan Singh, who masterminds the entire plan of murder for his own ends. The intrigue here not only enhances the theatrical interest of the play, but is a dramatized projection of Tuglaq's tortured, divided self. Thus, the external action throughout enacts the inner drama of Tuglaq. Both Tuglaq and his enemies initially appear to be idealists, yet in the pursuit of the ideal, they perpetrate its opposite. The whole play is structured on these opposites, the ideal and the real. The divine aspiration and the deft intrigue. Tuglaq is what he is in spite of his self-knowledge and an intense desire for divine grace. He is aware of the irony of his life when Aziz, the only character in the play who has skillfully used all the schemes of Tuglaq for his He is aware of the irony, I repeat, of his life when Aziz, the only character in the play who has skillfully used all the schemes of Tuglaq for his own designs, kills Ghiyasuddin and comes in his guise as a holy messenger of peace to purify the land and revive the banned prayer. The irony is deeply tragic. In the end, Tuglaq and his kingdom are one in their chaos, and he knows it. It's a very tragic drama, and the character of Tuglaq is very puzzling, and we will be doing a further analysis of the play, of the characters at length in the coming videos. Thank you.